From the WBSM True Value Hardware and Marine Newsroom, this is WBSM News.
A 30-year-old New Bedford man has died after a car crash over the weekend in Connecticut that authorities say likely involved street racing. Carlos Gonzalez died and 7 others were injured in the crash early Sunday morning in New Haven. The crash happened on a street near the city waterfront that's known for late-night drag racing. The death of Gonzalez remains under investigation by New Haven police. Freetown police have arrested a Taunton man they suspect of being a porch pirate after he allegedly failed to break into a home. 42-year-old Jovan Delarian is charged with larceny and resisting arrest, as well as attempting to commit a crime. On Friday night, officers responded to a report of a suspicious person trying to break into a locked North Main Street home. After failing, he allegedly took an Amazon package off the front porch. Police say they later recovered the parcel from Delarian's vehicle. Authorities yesterday announced a big break in the oldest case of an unidentified homicide victim in Massachusetts. The woman, long known as the Lady of the Dunes, whose body was found at Race Point Dunes in Provincetown in 1974, has now been identified by the FBI as 37-year-old Ruth Marie Terry. The cause of the Tennessee woman's death was from a blow to the head, and her killer apparently removed her hands in an effort to avoid positive identification. Special agent in charge of the FBI's Boston Bureau, Joseph Bonavolonta, said the identification was made through investigative genealogy, which combines DNA analysis with historical genealogy research.
We would like to emphasize that we are not getting access to any DNA results stored within private databases, and we have no interest in obtaining actual DNA results from these companies.
Bonavolonta said Terry's family was notified just hours before a press conference announcing her identity. The effort is now underway to determine who killed her. A fatal house fire on Cape Cod yesterday in Chatham. Crews responded to heavy smoke and a basement fire at a Main Street home at around 2 p.m. The Massachusetts Fire Marshal's office says the victim's name is not being released until family members are notified and the Commonwealth Medical Examiner makes a positive ID. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. The head of Eversource is messaging President Biden with concerns about New England's natural gas supply this upcoming winter. CEO Joseph Nolan Jr. says he's worried about a potential severe impact from an energy shortfall in the region. Boston.com reports Nolan is asking the White House to take several actions, including an emergency order allowing the Secretary of Energy to oversee new temporary connections between energy facilities. Eversource also wants the Biden administration to waive the Jones Act, the century-old federal law requiring American crews to ship cargo between U.S. ports. Beginning today, it's no longer legal to throw out mattresses, shoes, and other textiles in the trash. A new state law requires that these items, that also include clothes, linens, and bedding, to either be donated or recycled. The change is part of the state's master plan to reduce the amount of trash heading to landfill by 30% by the end of the decade. And the latest count of the North Atlantic right whales has been released. According to the North Atlantic Right Whale Consortium, the number of the critically endangered species was down to 340 in 2021. That's a decline of 8 whales from the previous year. NOAA Fisheries and the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management last month released a draft joint strategy to help with the recovery of the animals while responsibly developing offshore wind energy. In sports, the Bruins visit the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight, and the Celtics will be looking to avenge last week's loss to the Cavaliers tomorrow night. Now for a look at your local forecast from ABC6.
Overcast conditions as we head through the afternoon. Some isolated showers still possible, with high temperatures today topping out in the mid-60s. We continue to stay cloudy and damp through the evening hours, but overnight we gradually dry out and eventually clear out. Overnight lows stay mild in the low 50s. Tomorrow looks mostly sunny, with high temperatures that are warm for this time of year, topping out in the mid to upper 60s. From the ABC6 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chelsea Priest on New Bedford's News Talk Station 1420 WBSM.
At the moment, it is 60 degrees and cloudy. I'm Kate Robinson for WBSM News. Stay up to date with New Bedford's News Talk Station, 1420 WBSM, and get breaking news alerts and podcasts with the WBSM app.